lecturer at the American University of Afghanistan. He joins us now on the show. Obaidullah, good to have you on the show. You know, when the Taliban took over control of the country in August of 2021, they made a list of promises that they wouldn't infringe on women's rights, they would keep press freedom, and as well as offer amnesty for government officials. But one of the most important positions that they took was that they said that they were the only ones that could provide the necessary security for the Afghan people. I mean, looking at the number of attacks that have transpired in the last 12 plus months, that doesn't seem to be the case.
Thank you for having me on your show. I mean, to be fair, it's not as bad as the days of the Republic, where we used to have more than 20 attacks a day, and the attacks have been increasing in number, though, and that would be a point of concern. Also, it's very easy to wage an insurgency war, a war of attrition, but it's very difficult to hold absolute security. And that's why, despite the people really increasing their grievances against the Taliban in the past few months, at least, or March onwards, the little hope was that at least there was some semblance of security. But now we are seeing very high security zones being hit. As you mentioned, this one street has many high-profile houses, including Karzai's own house, including the foreign ministry, including different embassies, and it's right next to the palace. So the fact that such a high security zone is hit and they get through so many checkpoints shows you the sophistication of the enemy and the current failure of the Taliban to keep up with them.
You mentioned that these are high-profile targets. I mean, and that's exactly where I want to pick up. I mean, like we've been reporting, and you've said that this attack happened near the foreign ministry. And as far as we know, there was supposed to be a Chinese delegation to be visiting the ministry today. We've seen in previous attacks the perpetrators target foreigners at certain sites, including the Russian as well as the Pakistani embassies. And these aren't happening in open streets, but supposedly in heavily fortified areas. Two questions. One, what does this mean? And two, the fact that foreign targets are being attacked, or the attacks are happening near foreign targets, does this say anything to you?
I think the initial point is that this shows that the enemy doesn't rely on brute force tactics. It's sophisticated, it knows its targets, and it really finds an opening to hit primary spots. And secondly, with regards to foreigners and the choice of targets, despite such groups hitting soft targets as well, they're trying to make sure that they capture the international media's attention. They want to send out a message to international players within Afghanistan that they're not welcome, that they're not safe, in a situation where the Taliban are fast losing favor with the international community. This gives even more reasons for delegations not to be present there. We know that after the Pakistani embassy attack, the Pakistani ambassador is yet to return to Kabul. So all of those actually hurt any prospects of international engagement, let alone a possible recognition, which seems to be impossible with the current Taliban policies.
Okay. Obaidullah Baheer, thank you very much for joining us here on the News Hour. Do appreciate listening to your analysis. Thank you.
My pleasure.